because guess what we have on the screen? We got two Okums, we have a Bryn, and we have a Val. We're going to be seeing Blaze and Neeze go up against each other, or not against each other, excuse me, Rayzox and Marker in this other side of winners semis.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this one. Blaze and Neeze, I believe, were second seed for this bracket. Marker and Rayzox were a team, once again, you had pointed out, as one to be on the lookout for, and they are sitting pretty in winner's side right now, facing off against the 2 seed. So
sitting quite comfortable, in fact. So let's see how this game is going to be able to go through. I feel like what we saw was like a very aggressive playstyle before. We'll be seeing something a little bit more gentle is what I would say.
Sure.
Blaze committing off stage.
Yeah, except everyone's off the right side for just a moment right here. Rayzox is the one to almost get KO'd off the top. Definitely worse for wear as well, trying to advance in, pick up that weapon, but Blaze, a shark in the water, does not allow the weapon pickup, takes that first stock as well. Huge
D-Light, you get that juggle, you get that recovery as well. Marku not going to be able to successfully land, just going to be gone right off the top.
Oh, okay, Neeze cooking a little bit too hard right there with the gravity cancel, got wrapped up in the middle of his combo.
And that is the thing about twos. You sometimes have to cut your combo short. Specifically, I feel like Axe, Sidelight, Endlight, unless you have no opponents like behind you, you know, that is the only time that you can really fully go for it. Otherwise, people know what you want oftentimes. I do like it when people hit like that perfectly spaced out Sidelight and then they like try to dash back and target switch. That stuff is always super important. That being said, Neeze looking for a way to be able to land. You're sweating, but Blaze coming in so clutch. Yes, he hits Neeze, but he saved Neeze by hitting him.
Somehow Blaze was able to get out of that too. Just got caught between both members of Red Team. Neeze does finally lose that first stock. Here we go, Blaze. Does he want to aggress towards the left ledge? No, target swapping over to Marker instead.
Okay,
very
gets that
nice.
D-Sig. Is that going to be enough to do it if Neeze goes out there? No, just goes for the recovery, not committing to anything. I think that was the best position to go for your downing.
Ooh, Rayzox has been caught slipping. We saw that in the previous set as well, just ripping those signatures just outright. Not able to get there, but Blaze, very patient. Rayzox, even more patient right there to recover.
Spear weapon toss. Again, it just says, hey, do not enter this space.
Right.
I have a whole...
Oh, no. Hello? I was going to say whiff punish right there from Neeze, but Marker actually closed the stock on his teammate by accident.
Yeah, not what we wanted to see at all. At the moment, blue team, they have a jump lead. Let's see how this is going to end up playing out. Marku just dipping off stage for a second, gets that neutral air. Neeze is getting juggled into oblivion.
Okay. Offstage, Rayzox, nice coverage right there, but did he extend too far? Neeze not able to pick up the ground pound right there with the gauntlets, loses the stock in the process, and Blaze might be soon to follow, especially offstage. Caught out the jump as well, wonderfully done by Marker.
Beautiful. I want to talk about that stock after this, but right now, they got a 2v1 to play. Red team has put themselves fully back into this game. You stuck between Lance Endlight and Spear Endlight. Oh my god. Sider as well. Going off stage, just doing the delayed neutral air dodge just in case you could get like a gravity cancel D-Light, and the ground pound was enough to be able to go ahead and close that one out.
Yeah, expertly done. Let's talk about that stock though you want to mention.
Specifically, I don't feel like, you know, I'm a bit of a Lance hater sometimes.
Okay.
But I think that was really good spacing. That was excellent spacing actually. Lance Sider, it goes a little bit further than you think it does every single time, and to be able to catch that jump like that, it was just like the very last few frames of its activity right at the edge of its spacing. I just wanted to say that was good spacing. That's all I got in mind.
All right. Claps for Marker in the chat. Let's see. Game number 2 begins right here. Blaze and Neeze already on the back foot against the challengers.
Rayzox getting that D-Light, target switching back onto Blaze for just a moment. Marker occupying the ground. Look at that. Oh, love that. You hit that gauntlet Endlight, and the nice thing about having blind spots is that you can use it to follow up off of your teammates when you're behind them. Axe Sidelight has a blind spot in front of it.
Right.
You can use it to kind of sneak in there and get that hit.
Yeah, and it's looking like oops all axes right now for pretty much everyone except Neeze. So.
Music to my ears.
Oh yeah. Let's see. Them things be swinging. Here we go. Marker overextending a little bit with the recovery. Still gets wrapped up. Neeze with the pickup right there. Very nice vision, but Marker threading the needle.
Oh, huge downer, sending Neeze at a bit of a nasty
Once
angle.
again, the slide down. I mean, this coverage is insane.
Just really good spacing, really good execution and presence of mind. Marku is very much so locked in at the moment. Excellent weapon toss as well. You know what? Good choice. Good choice. Excellent choice. You can stock up. You don't want them to hit you so they don't chase dodge up. And so Neeze decided, I'm just going to fast fall down into the blast zone. Optimal, beautiful play, good stuff.
Cerebral, wrinkled brain.
folded.
10,000 IQ.
Laminated.
Chad, are you still counting to 100? I hope you are.
Like a Kusanto.
Yeah, many, many layers coming through. Here we go.
Okay, gets that end light. Rayzox. Oh, you see, that's what I'm talking about with Axe
So
side
nice.
neutral and doubles. You don't always get it off though. That being said, Neeze offstage, sweating, no resources to make it back on. The game is just about even, except a bit of a damage difference.
Okay. Yeah, you saw Marker just try to reach right there, try to get that stock a little bit earlier than scheduled over Blaze. Got picked up in the process.
I like the idea of the Blaze. He was like, hey, I'm too far to follow up off of this, but at least I can try to get a weapon toss. It didn't come out, but I just like the idea.
Marker still weaponless right now, finally picking up the axe once again. Gets picked up in the 2v1, but Rayzox there to cover the tracks.
So this is the tricky part about having a lot of defense in doubles. It's a double-edged sword in a lot of ways, because sometimes you take forever to get back onto the stage.
Right.
Again, though, Blaze able to connect that side of precise. Blue team was able to go ahead and successfully take that game too. Wow.
Yeah, looking a lot more like our regularly scheduled programming for Blaze and Neeze, right? Calculated, controlled, very, very patient play so far. Yeah, you talked about that clip earlier as well.
Smart.
I think just like they had to take a game to lock in a little bit, and now we're going to see a real set happening.
They looked a lot cleaner. They were able to clean up a lot of the edge guards as well. And again, like the way that they were following up off of each other was fantastic. So I'm excited to see how the set is going to continue to go. We're not going to see any switch-offs quite yet.
Yeah.
Everybody just keeping it to, you know, I think everybody's doing what they need to do. Nobody's like falling short because of a weapon.
For sure.
Besides, maybe like fighting as Gauntlet against two axes at once can be like a lot sometimes.
I like that. That's pretty scary. Marker not able to pick up the side air right there, but
Rayzox.
I mean, this damage differential is already huge right now.
Rayzox wanted, that was a lot. That was a little bit much going for the side stick like that, but Neeze off stage didn't really fully see what happened to all those resources.
I think Neeze got a little bit scared, recovering back right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's just keep going right now. How about that?
Yeah, you can't hold that recovery forever. Sometimes you just gotta let it go, because otherwise things like that will happen again. You'll just eat that down. Okay, so Blaze and Neeze on the second stocks already. Rayzox and Marku, they're looking super, super confident. Love that D-Light side. Good stuff.
Okay, I don't think Blaze had resources left to go for that. Able to find the KO off the top right there to get the first one off on Red. Recovery for Sword won't do it, but I love that gravity cancel to wait it out. Really, really clean stuff from Neeze to respond.
Yeah, really good just spacing and coverage for Neeze to be able to follow up like that. Huge side sig though. Okay, Neeze, how do you make it back on here? Oh, you somehow got in between both opponents. You eat the side, somehow just enough defense to be able to continue to survive the exhausted recovery that Rayzox was just able to find a punish on. Oh my gosh, Neeze and Blaze, they're going out.
Yeah, it is such a call and response in this set so far, Dara. I mean, like, blue team looked like they really locked it in, figured out what they needed to do to proceed with this set, and just like that, a two-stock lead over to Marker and Rayzox right now.
Hit that D-Light, okay, Blaze eating a couple of hits here. Neeze though, you know what? If I'm Neeze, I'm not upset about that position.
Yeah.
You dealt that much friendly fire, you put your teammate off stage with so much damage, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, you need something to try to mount the comeback, even if it's the other team's teammate hitting them, so let's see.
Okay,
Rayzox
nice
overextending right there, Blaze finds it. Can it be a stock right here though? Weapon toss does cover the jump, but yeah, you can't extend further than that.
Wait, Marku was still sweating the whole time. Still
Wait,
ate
still,
that end light. Oh my gosh, he didn't land. He didn't land that entire time. He was just getting passed back and forth.
Okay, I take it back. Pull back. That was great. Yeah, go for the target swap in those positions. That rules. Here we go. Blaze, though, losing that stock, that's a huge implication now, especially with Neeze already in red at this point. That's going to do it. Has to be it, right? Oh, no.
You get the neutralo.
Pause.
You get the ground pound? Weapon toss as well?
Pause. Okay, all right. You scared me for a second. I don't know.
They didn't get to pause the game. That's what happened.
Get to pause it.
Okay, so that was a little bit scary. Marku and Rayzox, I mean, this is going so back and forth at the moment here. They were relentless off stage, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the coverage was just unbelievable, and I think, especially when both members of Red, and I want to pull up the stats and see just how much both members of Red had Axe equipped, because I would imagine it was a vast majority of that previous game, right?
Yes.
But, like, the Axe coverage to be able to just take one legend high, one legend low, and then just be like, we're both going to send it off stage, and you got to get around it somehow, is just such a tough pill to swallow in those bad positions, so...
Yeah, going into the next game, I'd like to see some, you know, like different recoveries going down that low and charging your lance recovery that long on Marky's behalf, or on Blaze's behalf, excuse me. It is really quite exploitable. But coming back on, you get the reversal with the downer. Nice target switch onto Marker. Blue team is finding their footing at the moment.
Okay, yeah, and if anything, we go by the same patterns as before. Blaze and Neeze are scheduled to win this one pretty handedly, you know, like just like they did in game number 2, and then we would have our 4th game 5 in a row.
Everybody's interrupting each other. Everybody's getting hit at the moment. Blaze left without a weapon, picking up the axe. Rayzox looking for a way to be able to land.
Yeah, Rayzox still weaponless though right now, and worse for wear totally. Finally picks up the spear, tries to cover the weapon pickup as well, but that recovery is easy peasy, a stock to follow as well, and just like that, blue team has swung the lead back in their favor.
Okay, dashing in there, trying to get in between the opponents. Both of them off stage for just a moment in time. The side comes out, and that is going to be Blaze's first stock gone.
Yep.
The recovery, beautiful follow-up there. Nice, simple. Blue team, yeah, they have been knocked off the pedestal for just a moment. It is now 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, someone has to break this tempo where they're able to maybe pick up a stock or a pretty sizable damage differential, because, I mean, the even back and forth trades where they're picking up one, waiting for the respawn of a teammate and getting the stock is insane.
Blaze, why'd you side-sig your teammate for whipping a signature?
I don't know.
You got the wrong guy. I mean, I want to do that to Val every time I see that too. I get it.
Okay, Blaze coming over. Yeah, trying to interrupt Marker right there.
No.
Sliding in right here.
Marker committed off stage. He put himself out there, and now he is suffering the consequences alongside his teammate.
Yeah.
He put himself off stage with that downer. All of it was because of that one commitment.
Yeah, and I was really excited about the high-low coverage when they were on Axe, but the high-low coverage when both of them were on stage was also so good.
Get that sidelight looking for the recovery. Not quite yet. Oh my gosh, they traded. Rayzox is fishing.
Sending it again. I mean, we had seen it in their previous set as well. Ooh, Neeze chase dodging into danger right there, losing the stock in the process. Blaze, can you hang on to this? This is what you could need to get back into the set.
Love those end lights. The spacing on those end lights, perfect, because they're also not nearly as committal for something like a side signal, right? And then you're able to go ahead and convert it. This is anybody's game at the moment. Oh, Neeze is suffering.
Wait, Rayzox, okay. Had to touch down right there. That got really scary, especially with the exhausted recovery online, but...
Everybody wants to start the struggle. Everybody wants to be able to apply this damage.
Wait!
The Ensig almost came out. Goes for the downer instead, just to be able to go ahead and just push him back down to the ground. Okay.
Rayzox, these nairs are so scary. I'm just a ball of anger coming towards you.
Got the wrong opponent with the sidelight. You get the neutral. Okay. Blaze getting juggled for just a second, but Blaze missing the punish on the whiff side sig.
Marker's still hanging on off the top as well. This is looking so scary.
The sidelight whiffs, and that is going to be the KO. Oh gosh, Rayzox, can you do this 1v2?
Okay, one more shot here for Rayzox. Cannot get whip punished. Neeze barely missing on that one.
Being so patient, coming back on.
Big swing, big swing. Do you go for it? No.
The recovery too low to be able to KO. Bryn just defensive enough. The end light comes out. Still not enough to KO. Is this going to be the edge guard? Rayzox with the weapon toss, keeping himself nice and safe. Going for the last Hail Mary recovery. And the D-Light, the GC D-Light recovery. Perfectly spaced. That was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it got dicey in a couple of situations right there, but I think all credit going over to blue team to just really lock in, close out what they need to do, and we are going into yet another game 5. How about that?
Yeah, this is not one that I'm upset about going to game 5 at all. This was so close. This was crazy. The spacing, by the way, because of the way that sidelight moves, sidelight goes up and around just like that, has a bit of a blind spot on this corner right here because it's meant to anti-air. Just the very edge of D-Light ended up connecting. So that was actually fully and totally optimal. So the situational awareness from Neeze there to go for that, that was delicious. That was excellent.
I got scared for a second, Dara, because I saw the legend select come up and Marker was choosing someone that wasn't Ulgrim for a second, but it looks like everything will be just fine as we go into our final game, going over Small Fortress Alliance for our last, and I don't know, I'm nervous.
As am I. I have no idea the way that this is going to go. I feel like what happened here, there was a couple of offstage commitments for the red team that I did not necessarily think were the best. Blue team was able to exploit off of it quite well. Blaze and Neeze, they're really hitting a flow right now.
Let's see if they can keep it going, though. Marker and Rayzox looked really solid at the start of the previous game as well. I mean, the coverage was just unbelievable from these players, but
Rayzox
Blaze and
opting to
Neeze.
fade out and put himself off stage. It almost resulted in the stock. He barely was able to go ahead and touch the edge of the stage, but look at the position that he is still in, sweating, barely avoiding the GCD sig. He has been in trouble for a minute now.
He's already in trouble. Look at that first strike going over towards the Val. I mean, look at this. It is just gonna be. Is it a blowout for Game 5? Blaze and Neeze look like they finally put it together.
Rayzox is opting for a lot of jumps right now. We're seeing a lot of commitments, especially fading out, drifting out. No jumps like that. Again, playing so floaty, it works as a mix-up. You can't do that all of the time because of how many resources that you're expending. And blue team is taking advantage of that.
Okay, has to be very meticulous play here from Rayzox and Marker, especially playing on the back foot right here. Can you get the stock on Blaze? Saw that tunnel vision coming through from a mile away, and Neeze was able to pick up the pieces right there. Recovery will not connect, but I mean, this is just going from bad to worse, Dara. They have to get a stock on a blue team member sooner or later. There's one.
That's one. That's almost going to be two. Neeze maybe going to be able to make it back on the sidelight. Actually, an amazing choice from Blaze. Just popping up Neeze. Has a second lease at life at the moment. And now let's see what he's able to make happen with it.
Okay, surely Neeze gets picked up right here. Rayzox looking for the unarmed recovery. Not going to be enough to do it.
Hello?
Hang on, no.
Okay. The down to stage spike, that's going to be enough to do it.
Yep.
Blue team, both of them knocked down to 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, but
Blaze
once
landing
again,
down. Rayzox, you know, that was supposed to be the catch on the landing.
Yes, absolutely. And I was going to say, look at Rayzox's damage, but Marker lost the stock off the top first at a significantly lower amount. Rayzox was soon to follow, and we are down to last stock for both members of Red Team. This is looking tough.
Okay, you gotta come back onto the stage somehow. You gotta interrupt all of this. You get the neutral, you chase dodge up. These are the kinds of juggles that I would like to see happen. You whiff that end light, and Neeze was able to get in there with the punish. Side light, nice dodge to be able to avoid the neutral.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the plays that you have to make if you're Red cannot involve trading damage in these positions, which they are so far. You see both members of Red approaching Orange right now in damage. Marker off stage, gonna get that Sair to try to promote the edge guard. Ground pound will come through. That's lovely stuff right there. Is it gonna be enough to close the stock? It's not.
But it's still good damage. You held that ground pound. It gives you so much coverage. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Neeze getting the recovery. Olgrim just tanky enough, just defensive enough to keep this one going. Avoiding the landing side. That is going to be
Wait, this is an opportunity right here. You got to get it off the backboard. There's one. There is a shot right here for Red Team, but neither Marker nor Rayzox can fall for this to happen.
Successfully covers the dodge upwards, but you know what? That has to stop right now because it is once again another 1v2. Rayzox, I don't know how you're going to be able to do this. You need a miracle at the moment because you're eating an end light. You're stuck off stage. Blue team is looking healthy. They have weapons on hand. They have sword and lance, and you have none to your name. And that's going to be a D-Sig to go ahead and finish off that game and that set. Wow.
Blaze and Neeze showing why they're the second seed of this bracket. It got very, very scary at multiple points throughout this set, but of course in another 5-game bout, they're going to come out on top.
Couple of things I've noticed this game. Red team did not have a lot of presence on stage. And there was a couple